Hello! This video will provide step-by-step instructions for accessing free digital copies of the New York Times and the Philadelphia Inquirer through the Chester County Library System. Did you know online versions of the New York Times and the Philadelphia Inquirer are available for free with your Chester County Library card? Where can I access these resources? You can access each of these newspapers through the Tredyffrin Library website using a computer, phone, or other web-enabled device. Newspaper Guidelines. You can read current and back issues of these newspapers online. Any in-county Chester County Library card in good standing can access the Philadelphia Inquirer. Any Chester County Library System library card, in or out of county, in good standing can access the New York Times. You cannot access these online resources if your card has expired. You cannot access these online resources if you have an account with fines over $10. You will need your library card and PIN to access these newspapers. Your library card number is on the back of your library card, and your PIN is a 4-digit number you create. If you need assistance with finding these items, please call the reference desk at 610-688-7092 extension 212 or send an email to tpl@ccls.org. Let's begin. We will now go through the steps to access each newspaper through the Tredyffrin Library website. If you are using a web browser, please type TREDYFFRINLIBRARIES.org into the search bar and then tap the Enter or Return key. You can also use your phone's camera to scan the QR code in the lower right corner of our screen to open the web page. Throughout this presentation, we will show you the view from a computer and phone screen. To distinguish the views, we have placed an icon near the upper left corner of each image. The image on this slide is from a computer, so you can see there is a white computer screen icon on the left. Once you arrive at the Tredyffrin Library's website, please look for the word Explore in the upper right corner of the screen, circled here in orange. Click Explore. When a new menu opens up, look for the category Books and More, then click Databases, shown with an orange circle. Here is the same process using a phone. Note the white phone icon near the upper left corner of the image. To access our databases on a phone, open the Tredyffrin Library's website, look to the upper right corner for the word Menu, circled here in orange. Tap Menu. In the new menu that appears, tap Explore, circled here in orange. Scroll down to the Books and More category, and then tap Databases, circled here in orange. Once the Databases page loads, click on the second option, Databases by Name, circled here in orange. Search for your newspaper. Near the top of this page, you will see the title Databases by Name and a list of blue letters. Click the N for New York Times and the P for the Philadelphia Inquirer. For this example, let's begin with N for New York Times. The letters are indicated with green arrows in our example. After clicking N on the alphabetical menu, look for the New York Times listing shown here with a green arrow. Click the Remote Access option circled on our screen in orange. Please note, the remote access is for when you are not at a Chester County library. Signing in to the New York Times Remote Access. On this page, first enter your 14-digit library card number, which can be found on the back of your library card, into the top box. Next, type your 4-digit PIN into the second box. Third, click the Submit button. On the next screen, with the New York Times logo at the top, click the black Create Account button. Please note this step is required by the New York Times. To create an account, enter your email address into the top box, then click the black Continue button. Next, create a password and type it into the password box. Then click the black Create Account button. Reminder, the CCLS Remote Access Pass is a temporary 24-hour pass. A new remote access pass can be created every 24 hours. For a new remote access pass, return to the databases list and complete these steps again. Reading the New York Times. Here is an example of the front page of the New York Times. You will see each article's title is in bold. To read an article, click on the title. Our example is circled here in green. This is the article we clicked on from the previous page. Note, if we click the back arrow and navigate backwards a page, there are new articles on display. The green arrow on the right indicates the space where the cooking article used to appear. To search for an article using the website, click the magnifying glass in the upper left corner, circled in orange on our example. On a smaller screen, look in the upper left corner for 3 horizontal lines, circled in orange on our example. Click those lines and a search field will appear. Type a keyword, title, or author into the box. Tap Enter on your keyboard or click the blue Go button next to the search field to see your results. Friendly reminder, if you are reading on a shared device, please sign out when you are done reading. Step 1, look for the Account button in the upper right corner of your screen, circled in orange on our example. On the screen that appears, scroll all the way down to the bottom and click the Log Out button, found at the bottom of the screen, circled in orange on our example. To read the Philadelphia Inquirer, navigate to the P section of the database list and click the listing for Philadelphia Inquirer Current and Historical, shown in our example with a green arrow. Reminder, to get to this page, go to terdifferentlibraries.org. On the website, click Explore, look for Books and More, then click Databases. On a phone, click Menu, Explore, look for Books and More, then click Databases. Signing in. A new screen will appear that asks you for your library card number. Enter your 14-digit library card number, which can be found on the back of your library card, into the box. Highlight it with a green arrow in our example. Next, click the blue Log In button, circled in orange on our example. Please note, a PIN is not required for the Philadelphia Inquirer. Select your database. To read a recent issue of the Inquirer in the newspaper view, click the third option on the list, Philadelphia Inquirer, the PA 2018 to current. To read a recent issue of the Philadelphia Inquirer in website view, click the second option on the list, Philadelphia Inquirer, PA 1981 to current. To read the issues of the Inquirer published between 1829 and 1922 in newspaper view, click the first option, Philadelphia Inquirer, 1829 to 1922. For our example, we will click the third option on the list, Philadelphia Inquirer, the PA 2018 to current, highlighted with a green arrow on the screen. Select the issue. Click on any blue date to begin reading. Note, the 5 most recent issues are at the top of the screen under the View Recent Issues banner. If you want to find a specific date, use the calendars below the Browse Issues by Date section. To change the year, click the blue arrow next to the date on the right side of the screen, highlighted by a green arrow in our example. Begin reading. Go Birds! Understanding the Philadelphia Inquirer's toolbar. Working from left to right, let's examine some key elements of the toolbar at the top of your screen. Clicking on the magnifying glass in red on the far left of the toolbar allows you to search the paper for key words and names. Clicking the quotation mark with the C circled in orange will produce the citation for the article or paper. Clicking the scissors circled in green will allow you to select a section of the paper to print, download, or save. Clicking the print icon circled in teal will allow you to print the current page. Clicking the chain link circled in purple will allow you to copy the URL or link to the article. Clicking the plus sign on the far right will allow you to zoom in. The minus sign will allow you to zoom out. Clicking the 4 arrows pointing outward circled in brown will resize the page to fit your screen. This is an example of how the paper will look on a phone or tablet. Most of the toolbar is the same, except you will pinch to zoom in and spread your fingers apart to zoom out, rather than use the plus and minus buttons. Congratulations! You have accessed the New York Times and the Philadelphia Inquirer online. Happy reading! We are here to help. If the previous steps do not work for you, or if you have questions, please contact the reference desk. You can come visit us in the library. Give us a call at 610-688-7092, extension 212, or email us at tpl@ccls.org.